Well, hello there. Welcome to Live with Lynn. So today we're going to talk about entrepreneurial skills that you need to be wildly successful. And the truth is, a lot of these skills, they're not necessarily entrepreneurial. It could be successful in any part of your life. So if you're here, say hi. If you're watching the replay, type replay so we know you're here. And so let's get started. So let me see. So anytime somebody starts a business, people have these ideas in their head that I'm not smart enough, or I can't do it, or maybe I don't have enough experience. But that's not necessarily true. A lot of the skills that you need to be wildly successful are really more like mindsets. They're really more things. It's more about an attitude and the way you live your life and the way you do things that's going to help you be successful, no matter what it is you're doing, whether it's a business, whether it's a job, whether it's just in life. And so I want to go through a couple of things. So first, number one is ambition. So, sometimes it can be so easy to give up when the going gets tough. And you just can't do that. You can't let yourself do that, because if you're ambitious, if you have an ambitious nature, you're going to make it happen, whatever it is. And so you have an internal drive that's going to help you work hard and be committed to doing what it takes so that you can be successful. How about a willingness to learn? So, education's a lifelong process. We're all learning. I learn every day, and I strive to learn every day. And so you want to be constantly learning. And so you also want to look for other people that maybe know something about what you don't know about or what you need help with. And don't be afraid to ask for opinions or advice from people who are achieving what it is that you want to achieve. Ability to listen. Communication is so critical in our lives and in a business, if you want to do a business. So in order to communicate effectively, you need to pay attention to, you need to actually listen with your ears. There's a saying that we have 2 ears, 1 mouth for a reason. I'm sure you've heard that. But, and while you're listening, listen to really hear. Listen for motivations and hot buttons and interests and, that kind of thing. Nonverbal clues such as body language. Be aware of everything and pay attention to the person that you're listening to. And you'd be surprised at what that will do for you. And then assertiveness and confidence. While listening is really important, it's also important that you know that you need to take control. So when people are telling you what to do, and when you're asking people advice or whatever, and you're asking them to what to do, you don't necessarily need to take their what they think is the right thing for you to do as gospel and just go do it. Instead, you want to have an open mind. You want to listen with an open mind, but you want to do a little bit of your own research too, and you want to go after what you want. You have to say, okay, yeah, that's really smart. I'm going to incorporate that into what I'm doing, but I'm not necessarily going to blindly do everything that person says, right? And you have to have the confidence, because you know what? It can be scary sometimes to step out there and start your own business, or scary to do something new. And you've got to project confidence. You've got to be confident in yourself. And I know, for me, for example, I know that I'm going to be able to achieve whatever it is. I know that I might fail along the way. I know I might make mistakes. I know that I might not achieve what I want on the first try or the second try or maybe the 10th try. But I know without a doubt that one way or another, I will get there. I just know that. And that gives me the confidence to be able to move forward. And that's an internal thing. That's that perseverance, it's that drive, knowing that if I can't get over it, well, if I can't go through it, I'm going to go over it. And if I can't go over it, I'm going to go around it. And I'm going to find a way to get around whatever the obstacle is. And I'm going to achieve what it is that I'm going to achieve. That's me. And that's how I live my life. And that's how you want to live yours too, because we're not doormats, right? We don't just, somebody says, oh, that didn't work. Oh, well, I just won't do it anymore. No. If you want to be wildly successful, you've got to go after it. And so the next one's perseverance. It's the same thing, right? We have all suffered some kind of devastating defeat and failure. I mean, we all have. There was one point in my Avon business where I was 13 people away from the top level of the company. And I couldn't get there to save my life. And in order to get there, I had to have 2 executive unit leaders. They had to have huge teams under them, right? Well, I was 13 people away from that top level, and I was working hard, and I was working with my team, and I was working with all the people in my team trying to build it. And all of a sudden, one of my executives just disappeared off the face of the earth. I know now what happened to her, but I didn't know at the time. And her entire team just disintegrated. So essentially, half of my team gone. And, that was devastating. That was absolutely devastating. But you know what? I might cry for a minute. I might lick my wounds, but then I get back up and I get at it again. That's how it works. And as a side note, that person that was on my team, she was in jail. So I didn't know this at the time. I found that out way later, years later. But so, rather than look at those events as an end to your business or what it's devastating, but don't look at it as, well, that's it. I'm going to lay down and die now. No, you got to find a way to get back up and go after it again. Maybe you need to make a course correction. Maybe you need to change what you're doing, how you're doing that. But you totally can do this, right? You only fail when you quit. There's no other way to fail. And persistence is probably one of the most important keys to success. So courage and risk taking, in order to be really creative, you have to have the courage to act on your ideas and your plans. And so, you'll want to research your ideas thoroughly, but then without action, they mean nothing. So you have to take action. And then the ability to look ahead, build a vision of where you want to go. Build a vision of what is all this for? What am I working for? And be clear about your goal and have that vision. That's going to make all the difference. There's also some business skills. I'll click over these really fast. Time management skills. Obviously, you want to be able to manage your time. Delegation skills. Think about what it is that you need to personally do and what you can delegate to somebody else to take it off your plate so that you can spend your time doing the things that are going to get you closer to where you're going. Sales skills. We all sell, whether it's selling our husband on mowing the lawn or selling the husband on a family vacation or selling our product to somebody. Sales is sales. So learn to tell stories. That's a big part. It's a saying we have in our business: facts tell, stories sell. People, they need some facts, but they don't want all, you start telling them all the ingredients in a product and their eyes are going to glaze over when all they really want to know is, does it work and will it work for me, right? And so you tell a story about how it worked for somebody else and that it may do the same thing for you. You won't know until you try. And then if you're building a network marketing business like me, well, and maybe even a regular business, you need recruiting skills. So maybe you need to hire employees or whatever. So those are just business skills that will help you. And then one thing that's really a big deal, if you want to be successful in business, is you need to be able to troubleshoot and overcome obstacles. So that means stay calm under pressure, look for solutions when you do run into problems rather than just giving up, right? The better that you become at figuring out what's wrong and fixing it, the easier your success journey is going to be. And that's true in every area of your life. Because, finding success in any area of your life, it's not a straight process. It's not, boom, I start here and I grow up to success. That's never true for anybody. It's going to be more like I go up, I fall down, I go up, I fall down, I go up. That's how it is, and that's how it is for everybody. So, you're going to need to develop these skills, get better at them. But bottom line is you just need to be unstoppable. You need to have that go-get-it attitude. I am going to be successful no matter what. And I'm not talking about stepping on people or doing anything like that. I'm talking about being a good person, right? Being a good person, doing what's right, but also not just laying down and saying, oh, that didn't work. I guess I can't do this. No, instead, you figure out what went wrong, you make the change, and you keep moving. You are unstoppable. You are unstoppable. So, hey, what ideas do you have? I would love to hear them. Tell me, get down below and tell me what ideas do you have that you think you need to be really successful, or maybe what are you good at and what do you need to work harder on? I want to hear something from you. So let me know below what your thoughts are. Anyway, I really appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here with me every day. And I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.